Hey everyone, welcome back to Topisphere. And today, I'll be doing a Pokemon tier list starting off with Gen 1. I'll be covering the rest of the gens in a different video, but for starters, I think we should start with the original 151. Just like the animal tier list, I'll be basing this off my favorites. I don't really have a particular criteria, be it design, moves, abilities, or even like competitive usage, which that will come up here and there, even though I'm not a big competitive Pokemon guy. But yeah, I'll do my best to explain why they are in each tier. The animal video, in hindsight, I gave a lot of like lukewarm opinions on some of the animals, so I'll try not to do that here, but we'll see. So my history of Pokemon has been long, kind of. I didn't play the original red or green or blue or yellow. Yellow maybe, but my first game was Leaf Green. So, Gen 1. And it was pretty good. I mean, I fond memories of it. But after Leaf Green, I played Ruby, followed by Pearl. And then Black and Black 2, if I'm not wrong. I might have played White 2 as well, but I'm not too sure. I can't remember. And then I played Pokemon Y, I think, the one with Yveltal. And then I think I played both Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but it's been so long that I can't remember. And then I played Moon, Ultra Moon. I didn't play the Let's Go. It just didn't pique my interest to essentially play Leaf Green again. But in hindsight, maybe I should have. And of course, Sword and Shield. And the remix of Diamond and Pearl, but I only got Pearl. And Legends Arceus. And currently, at the time of recording, I actually finished Scarlet like eons ago. I mean, Pokemon ZA has released. But I finished Scarlet a long time ago. I finished Violet a long time ago. I'm currently playing Scarlet before my Switch died. But I was trying to play like a playthrough of Pokemon Scarlet, but I'll only use like competitive Pokemon, which means that if I get something, I'll use the vitamins or like the mints to max out its nature and its EV. And I mean, I can't really control its IVs, but that one's like, it is what it is, right? Until I get bottle caps. So yeah, pretty fun. I haven't finished the DLC. Definitely haven't done that yet. But the Switch died, so it is what it is. And yeah, like I said, I haven't played Pokemon ZA. Honestly, my plan was that after the channel gets monetized and, you know, I get the basic financial stuff out of the way, I'm gonna get a Switch 2, and then I'll play Pokemon ZA there, along with potentially Gen 10, depending how long it takes to get monetized. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Pokemon's been with me since eons. So hopefully I can remember all their names like that and go without a script. We'll see. Side note, it was horrifically difficult to record the animal tier list because turns out talking without a script is extremely difficult. I thought I could do it. I really did. I don't really have much issue speaking like to an audience if I really had to. Like public speaking, relatively fine for me. But turns out, extremely difficult when I'm just recording. I spent like almost an hour or close to 2 just recording the intro of the animal video. I mean, midway through it was good, but the intro is the most difficult. In fact, for this Pokemon video itself, the intro took a good like 20 minutes until it is what it is now. I'm not re-recording again. But yeah, anyways, rambling out of the way, it's time to get into it. Let's begin with our first Pokemon, Bulbasaur. S tier. I don't think anyone's gonna argue with like the original starters being S tier, but for me, Bulbasaur was my starter, my first starter. I wasn't the fire kid. In my other playthroughs of it, like nowadays when I play ROM hacks or ROMs, right? I do use Charizard because I do think it looks quite cool. Occasionally I do pick Bulbasaur, but originally my very first starter was Bulbasaur. So I got to give it to my GOAT. And of course, I think it's only fair to put all the evolution lines in S. Except Squirtle. I did not use Squirtle at all. Until today, I haven't really used like the Squirtle evolution line at all. I don't know why. I think I've played it like in a ROM hack, but I don't really have memories of it. I'm not too much of a Squirtle guy, but when I see it, I mean, it's pretty cool. I don't tend to pick it personally, but Blastoise, I think I'll give Blastoise an S, just because I think I recently watched like the Wolfie video, the draft pick video, and the guy in the finals did like Shell Smash Blastoise, and it was cool, and I was like, wow, Blastoise is insane. Yep. So I guess I'll put Blastoise in S, but Squirtle and Wartle, they can go in amazing. I don't think I can put them up in the same level as Bulbasaur, my GOAT, and Charizard. And funny story for Charizard, by the way, specifically for Charizard. In fact, this might just bump him to the front. I don't really want to do it like in order, but I think just for the S tier, I'm putting Charizard in front. Because at Mount Moon, during my first playthrough, because I picked Bulbasaur, got the Misty, destroyed the rival, went was it Cerulean? No, it came out Cerulean, yeah, okay. Mount Moon. I went to Mount Moon, got lost, reset the game. This time I picked Charmander, and I thought there was like a XP condition or something. So I spent days on end grinding my Charmander to Charmeleon, evolved it all the way to the Charizard, got it to level 100 before I realized that there was an exit. You're supposed to exit Mount Moon. Because of that, I think Charizard gets to go to the front because I don't think anyone else is gonna level Charizard to level 100 in Mount Moon. But yeah, Kid Me was kind of insane, I'll say that. Alright, next up we have, of course, Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree. Of course, I'm not gonna do this entire tier list based on like how, favorited it is right now. That's not a word, but like how the legacy the Pokemon has, I think is what I'm trying to say. And because if I did that, all 150 would be in S tier. I'm gonna put Caterpie in average. Like Butterfree, I'll put it in pretty good, just because I remember like fondly, I think at Compound Eyes or something, right? And I was just like sleep powdering people because you get it in Viridian Forest. It's like super early. But Butterfree was never my go-to insect. Instead, my go-to insect was my boy Beedrill. Beedrill I thought looked a lot cooler than Butterfree. I'm probably gonna put like these two here. I mean, they're all, in fact, I'm sorry, I'm putting the cocoons in, man. Horrific, absolutely horrific. I hated going through the cocoon stage. They do nothing. But essentially, I thought that Beedrill looked cooler than Butterfree. And only in like later years, like now, when I'm starting to play ROM hacks and all that, I started to use Butterfree more. But back then, I remember I had both, and I immediately boxed the Butterfree because, Beedrill looks so much cooler. Now, the best fly user, in my opinion, in Gen 1, we have the Pidgeot Evolution line. Pidgeot, I'll put it in pretty good. I'll put it average, because you find out the first route, it doesn't do anything. But, the Pidgey, sorry, I said Pidgeot. Pidgeot, I'll put it in pretty good, because you get it for quite a while before it evolves into Pidgeotto. I'm going to put it as Pidgeotto, my GOAT, Mr. Fly. There are other flying types, but I didn't use them as much. In fact, I'm pretty sure I used Sparrow and Pharaoh, which I see it there, but I might also rank them now. Nah, not giving them anything higher than that. I used them for a little while, and just went back to Pidgeotto. 10 out of 10. Absolutely insane. My favorite fly user. Rattata and Raticate. Rattata, I have to put it average. I can't put it lower than that, just because it's like the first thing most people get, right? And it was my second evolution ever, I'm pretty sure. I evolved it to Raticate. And Raticate had like Hyper Fang, I think. Either Super or Hyper Fang, I can't really remember. I don't use Raticate nowadays, I know, hot take there. But Raticate, pretty cool. It got me through like the first couple of gyms, I remember. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I can put it higher than pretty good. It's Raticate, Route 1, I think. Next, we have Arbok and Ekans. I'm putting both of them in S. Okay, no. Arbok is going in S, Ekans going in A. Yet again, we're not arranging them in order. I'm just going like according to the list. It's gonna be very difficult to say who is my favorite with all the evolution lines and stuff. But Arbok and Ekans. I loved Arbok because I love Cobras. Of course, now I know about the, you reverse Ekans is Snake, we reverse Arbok, it's Cobra. We don't talk about Muk, but Arbok is a Cobra, looks very cool. It was one of my favorite Pokemon back then. I mean, it wasn't really good, apart, I think from like Intimidate, it had Intimidate, right? But it wasn't really good. It was always in my party though. I never really removed it from my party just because I liked it a lot. Yeah, pretty cool. Pikachu, contrary to being Nintendo's like moneymaker, I only used it because it's like the rare spawn in Viridian Forest, right? So I like farmed for it, got it, and then evolved it to Raichu, and then I realized that actually it can go down one tier. I realized that Lieutenant Surge had Raichu and I boxed it because I didn't want to use the same Pokemon as a gym leader. Yeah, I boxed it. Never came out of the box after that. Alright, Sandshrew and Sandslash. I'm gonna put both of them in pretty good. Actually no, Sandslash gets amazing. Because I'm pretty sure my first Hall of Fame, Sandslash was in the party. I'm like confident about this. Just because Sandslash had like, I don't know, it just had this appeal to me that it just went in, Fury Swipes, I remember it had Defense Curl or Rollout or something. I can't even remember the set. I know it had Slash, but it was insane. It did well, I think. I like the design as well, pretty cool. And yeah. Nidoqueen and Nidoking, the two are the most iconic Pokemons from the generation. I think both of them get favorites. But honestly, the rest of them, they're going to go to average. You don't pick Nidoran, Nidorina, and the whole line just because you want them. You get it because of Nidoking, Nidoqueen. The second you get a Moonstone, you're evolving it. So, nah, they're not getting past average. Okay, this is a hot take. But Clefairy, actually not really. Clefairy, Clefable, I'll put Clefairy in pretty good, Clefable in like average. This is just because, back to Wolfie, I'm sure most Pokemon people watch him, but when I saw his usage of Clefairy, like Clefairy's supporting potential, it changed my opinion of it. I never liked Clefairy. I thought it looked so weird. Even Clefable, look at that weird thing at the back. I don't even know what that is. It looks so weird. But ever since I saw its competitive like usage, how good it can be competitively, it has changed my opinion of it, especially Clefairy. Like its support sets, I think it is like it's like ridiculous, right? It's Follow Me, and I don't know if it has Fake Out, I think it does, but it's insane. And when he used it, I'm like, okay, my opinion has changed. I'll give it a B. Vileplume and Ninetales. Vileplume, Vulpix. I'll put Vulpix, meh, no opinion, honestly. You catch it to become Ninetales. Ninetales, the only reason I'm putting it pretty good is because I remember I only had my Game Boy for like eons, and until I was about like 13 or 14, finally my parents got me a Nintendo DS. And with the Game Boy at that age, I was watching Naruto, and obviously Ninetales, as the name implies, is the nine-tailed fox. So I was like, wow, I caught Naruto in the game. That's insane. Yeah, just because of that, I'm putting it there. Pretty cool. I mean, I like it a lot. I like his design a lot. Wish he got a Mega. Don't know if he does. I'm not sure about all the Megas in ZA. I do know some, but don't know if he got one. It looks pretty cool. And yeah. Next up, we have Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff. Jigglypuff, I'm gonna put it average. The sing thing is pretty cool, I guess. Apart from that, meh. I honestly don't really like Jigglypuff, but I only can think about the song, Jigglypuff, that weird song that it sings. That's all I can think about. So yeah, the fact that it gives me memories, I'm putting in C. But I'm sorry, Wigglytuff, you're going into meh. I have absolutely no opinion of you. Not even no impression. I don't like you. I don't like how it looks. Alright, now we have Zubat, Golbat. Unfortunately, Crobat is not here. Zubat, I'll put it in pretty good, and Crobat, I'll put it amazing. Just because I'm pretty sure they were in my Elite Four team as well. I like them, they're pretty cool. Especially like Zubat. I remember I had like, the first time I got poisoned, it was like, wow. He sting me like twice and I got poisoned, or I'm using it. And I used it, and it's very cool. And Golbat, I mean, he didn't evolve into Crobat, but he was pretty good as well. I'm pretty sure he carried me throughout like the entire game, if I'm not wrong. I don't know if I was over level or not, but I mean, if I was a kid, probably. But Golbat, yeah. Was my first Elite Four team, I'll give it that. Oddish, I remember when I was young, because essentially the only people that played Pokemon with me and my cousins, and we were like, Oddish, yeah, anything that's bad will compare it to Oddish. So Oddish in our mind is the worst Pokemon in the game. I think I still hold that belief. I'll put it right here. I don't like Oddish at all. Gloom and Vileplume, however, I'll probably put it in average. I used them a little, I remember, but I didn't really like them. So let's put them here. Again, like, just I don't know. Oddish is such a weird Pokemon, and these two, I'm pretty sure they have like the Sleep Powder set if I'm not wrong. But yeah, nothing much to say. I don't really like them. Compared to Paris, and oh my god, I'm forgetting the name of Parasect. Parasect's going amazing. Guy was my Elite Four team. I remember I went into Cerulean Cave, saw this guy, was like, okay, interesting. He has these two mushrooms growing out of him. He looks like a little like beetle thing. And I said it in the animal tier list video, but I love insects to some degree, like scorpions, beetles. I love them quite a bit. And I was like, this guy looks like a half scorpion beetle thing. Wonder what it evolved into. Evolved into this beast of a creature with the weird mushroom thing on his back. Immediately, I used it. It's the same with like, I can't remember the name of the Pokemon now. The one, a Crustle, when it evolves into the thing with the big shell, I was like, wow, it looks like a crab. I use it immediately. Same concept, same logic. I used it right here. And next, we have Venonat, Venomoth. Venomoth is going to meh. I don't like Venomoth at all. Venonat, however, I'm putting it amazing. Just because, yet again, competitive Pokemon, I realized that he has like, okay, maybe not amazing, pretty good. I realized that he has Compound Ice Sleep Powder, which is insane. Yeah, that's pretty insane. Yet again, I did not like this Pokemon at all. But as I found out recently, if you give it Eviolite, it has greater defense stats than Electivire. That has to be worth something, right? Plus the Compound Ice Sleep Powder, yeah, it's going to pretty good. I can't undersell Venonat here. 10 out of 10 Pokemon. Looks insane. Honestly, looks better than Venomoth. Venomoth makes me very uncomfortable because it looks like a real life moth. But yeah. Alright, next we have Diglett Dugtrio. Average. I mean, you go into Diglett Cave. Actually, no. Dugtrio, I'm pretty sure Dugtrio is my Elite Four team. So he has to go into amazing, at least. Because of Earthquake. Dugtrio Earthquake is pretty good, if I remember correctly. Diglett, I did not like. Probably because of Diglett Cave, I just have a horrific impression of Diglett. Even like Alolan, Diglett, and Dugtrio, I'm not too much of a fan. Okay, except the design. The design is really funny. But you go into a cave full of them, I don't like it at all. It's so weird. And it's like, okay, from 1 to 3, wow, yeah. Not a fan, but I remember fondly that it has Earthquake. So because of that, it's quite amazing. Meowth and Persian, average. The only impression I have of Meowth is from the anime, you know, the talking Meowth. That's all. I don't have much else to say. I don't really like Meowth. It's just a cat. Meowth is just a talking cat, right? Persian is a literal cat. I have nothing to say. It's a literal cat. Nah. It's not going to meh just because Giovanni has it and it's pretty iconic. I remember watching the anime and like Giovanni is petting the Persian, and then when I finally fought him in his H gym, I'm like, okay, I'm going to destroy his Persian. So, you know, I think that memory is worth something at least. Alright, I'm going to rank them separately. Psyduck, meh, I don't like it at all. Golduck, top of S tier. Let me explain. So, yet again, this is eons ago. I had a Golduck, right? I got it from Leaf Green, my first game. I got it to level 100, and it was, at that point of time, obviously I didn't know the phrase HM Slave, but it had Surf, Waterfall, Strength, and like, if I'm not wrong, it's Whirlpool or Rock Smash. It's one of those, right? But it's level 100. So you go in the game, you just sweep through everything. Next generation comes out, Diamond and Pearl. I managed to get it over there. Went in, I think it was post-game. I brought it to the Elite Four, sweep through everything. I'll give you guys like my Diamond and Pearl story when I actually play it. But yeah, sweep through everything. Oh, before Diamond and Pearl, when it was in Heart Gold Soul Silver, or was it after? I don't know. Heart Gold Soul Silver, sweep through everything. It destroyed everything. It was the destroyer of worlds. Absolutely insane. I did not know how you could remove HMs at that time. So I just let it keep its insane moveset of like Strength, Waterfall, Surf, and like whatever the last move was. And it would just go in, Surf, 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 Strength, 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 Waterfall, 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 just destroy everything. And it was my goat. Until Pokemon Home came out. And I was trying to shift all my Pokemon from the previous games into Pokemon Home, and I lost my Golduck. So I don't know where the goat is. I lost it. It's somewhere. Like my Diamond and Pearl is broken. I don't think I can access Pearl anymore. Rip Golduck, I guess, but it was the goat. And I just found out recently as well that I think in like the early 2010s, it was like competitively viable as well, because you go Golduck Pelipper, Pelipper sets up the rain, Golduck Swift Swim just starts sweeping everything. Wow. Insane. Has to be S tier. Goat of all goats. If I do like a comprehensive every single Pokemon in the tier list, Golduck will be right on top, just because it carried me through like eons of generations. Over level or not, it did its job. And I remember until like X and Y, maybe no, probably like Black 2. I can't remember which game, but I would just like tunnel vision to find a Golduck. And I don't think there's Golduck in Pokemon Black and White, because they removed like half the Pokédex, right? Or maybe even more. But I was very sad because, you know, the goat can't be with me. Yeah. Until I realized that, you know, because it's obviously like Left Leaf Green does not have legendary Pokemon apart from like Mewtwo. Until I realized that, you know, the box legendaries are pretty cool. Yeah, Golduck was the goat. And I'll give you guys a story about that when we get to the Diamond and Pearl tier list. But for now, S tier Golduck, sorry for the rant. Next, we have Mankey and Primate. Mankey, I don't really like it. It goes average. Primate, I don't remember if this is the Elite Four team, but I'm putting it pretty good just because I like conceptually what it stands for. I use it a bit, I'm pretty sure. Of course, Annihilate exists now, and I like Annihilate a lot. But I'll put it here. Growlithe and Arcanine. Growlithe, yet again, is another one of those things where I catch Growlithe to get Arcanine. Like, I don't really care about Growlithe too much. I care about Arcanine more. Probably put him average. Arcanine's going to amazing though. Sorry. I didn't really use Arcanine back in the day, but nowadays I do use it a lot. Of course, Intimidate, Extreme Speed, Flare Blitz, insane Pokemon. I love it. It's supposed, if I'm not wrong, there's like the myth, right? They are supposed to be like a pseudo legendary or mythical, something like that. I don't know the difference between the two, but it's supposed to be something like that, right? Yeah, pretty cool. Giving amazing. Poliwag, Poliwhirl, Poliwrath. I always found Poliwhirl really cute, so I gotta put it in pretty good. Poliwhirl, again, I think it's a stepping stone to get Poliwrath, so it just gets average. And Poliwrath gets pretty good as well. I like Poliwrath a lot. No, I have bad memories actually, because there was this trainer, I can't remember which game it was, but Poliwrath kept hitting me. I keep getting confused. I kept hitting myself. I just kept dying to the Poliwrath. It was horrific. I have bad memories of it, but out of respect, it has to go to pretty good. I'll give it that. Alright, my favorite trio, Abracadabra, Alakazam. Abra goes into pretty good. I remember, yet again, in my cousins, we were like, alright, who got the legendary Abra or whatever, and then, you know, it's like a highly sought after Pokemon just because of his teleportation abilities. I finally got it, evolved into Kadabra, and I'm pretty sure it's the Elite Four team. It's gonna be up. Okay, never mind. I have to respect Alakazam and put it up there, but of course, I didn't really do any link trade evolutions back then, because the only time like me and my cousins would meet was when I go back to Penang to see them, and I'm not in Penang for 99.9% of the year. So I don't get to do those trades at all. Because of that, I spent the whole game just playing a Kadabra. And my parents bought me this giant like Pokemon Colosseum book. And at the back it was showing like Kadabra evolving to Alakazam. And I was just wondering why it never happened. It was until I was like way older that I was like, oh, you need to trade to evolve. But Kadabra pretty good. I don't do Nuzlocke. I've never done a Nuzlocke in my life, but I've so heard that Kadabra is a pretty good Nuzlocke pickup, so I guess that stands for something. But yeah, means I can't give Kadabra anything lower than that. But Alakazam, nowadays when I play my ROM hacks, If I get an Alakazam, it's like, alright, we won. We won. A fast sweeper, we won. It's over. Yep. One of my favorites. I can't really de-rank Alakazam or rank it any lower. It has to be up there. Next up, another trait evolution. Machop. Machop goes into average. Actually, no, it goes to Abra, because I did use it quite a bit. Machoke goes to amazing, because yet again, I can't get Machamp. The difference is Machamp goes to average. I don't like Machamp. I never actually played Machamp before until today. Even in my ROM hacks, I don't play Machamp. In fact, one of the reasons it's going to average as well is because when I played Pokemon TCG Pocket, Machamp was like the last Pokemon in the first set to come to me. I never got a Machamp. Because of that, it's going to average. It just didn't want to come, so it goes to average. Okay, Weeping Bell, Bellsprout, Weeping Bell, Victory Bell. Victory Bell goes to the S. It was my Elite Four team. I'll explain why in a bit. Bellsprout goes average. Actually, yeah, I just got average. Weeping Bells goes to mad. Absolutely no opinion of it. No, it goes to average too, because I use it quite a bit before it evolves into Victory Bell. So, Bellsprout, of course, with the Bellsprout Tower in Soul Silver Heart Gold. I'll talk about that when I get there, but honestly, there's nothing much to talk about. I didn't like Bellsprout because... I liked Bellsprout, I mean, because it evolves into Victory Bell. Victory Bell was my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon back then, because it was a pitcher plant. And pitcher plant was one of my favorite carnivore plants. Just like Carnivine was one of my favorites as well, but Carnivine is an atrocious Pokemon, so, ended up not really using it later. But Victory Bell, Venus Flytrap, if I'm not wrong, when I was that age, like 10 or 11, my parents bought me like a pitcher plant in the house, and I would watch it eat insects and stuff, and I'm like, wow, my plant is a Pokemon. 10 out of 10. So yeah, it was on my Elite Four team. I remember I got it right after the grass gym, and yeah, it was pretty good. I like how it looked like. It's really nice. Fond memories of it. S tier. Tentacruel and oh my god, I'm forgetting the name of it. I only can think of Toadscruel, the Paldean one. Let's go put this guy here. The Tentacruel goes to the amazing though. I remember it was on the Elite Four team. I remember that much. But nowadays, like looking at its viability as like Toxic Spikes, right? It has so much utility, very powerful Pokemon. Even till today, I still pick up Tentacruel on and off. I like it a lot. Fond memories. I can't remember if it's the Elite Four team. I think it was, but I can't remember. But I like it a lot. I like its utility. I like its use. Very nice. Okay, we still have a lot left. It's kind of insane. Another trait evolution. Golem. We have Geodude, Graveler, and Golem. Golem's gonna go into average. I never use Golem. Till today, I have never used Golem. I just never got it. But yeah, I think Graveler can go into amazing. Because I have used Graveler. I mean, obviously, you can't evolve it to Golem, right? But I've used Graveler at least for the early game. I remember that much. Nowadays, I don't touch it at all because they are just better Pokemon than that. That's all. And yeah, put it amazing. Pretty sure it got replaced by Dugtrio though. It did get replaced, I'm pretty sure. Because Dugtrio had the Earthquake set and everything. Yeah, pretty sure it got replaced. But anyways, I think amazing is fair. Ponyta and Rapidash. Okay. Ponyta goes in average. I didn't really use Rapidash, but I kind of like the design, the Fire Horse. Also, Rapidash EX in TCG Pocket looks kind of interesting, and I have a full art, so I'll put it pretty good. Slow Poke and Slow Bro. No Slow King. But I don't know. I think my young kid brain thought Slow Poke means it's slow, so I don't like slow things. I didn't use it. I like the design of Slow Bro though. I think I'll put them. I think this is fair. Pretty good at average. I like the design of Slowbro, the thing on the tail. I can't remember if I evolved it because of that, but I like its design, so I'll put it in pretty good. Actually, no, I think they go up one tier. Yeah. I don't think I used it back in Leaf Green. I'm pretty sure I used it in Soul Silver, but I don't recall. Because I thought that the tail thing was cool, so I think this is fair. Okay. Magnemite, Magneton, no Magnezone, but Magnemite? I think it was my first electric type. Wait, no, that's Pikachu. It's my first non-Pikachu electric type, if I'm not wrong. Has to evolve something, right? I'll put it average. Magneton. I don't think I really used too many electric type back in the day. I think I'll put it in. Yeah, I think pretty good is decent. Next we have Farfetch'd. I didn't really like Farfetch'd. I thought it was weird that it was holding a leak. I'm putting it average. Okay. Dodo and Dotrio. Dodo, pretty good. Dotrio, amazing. Dotrio was my first, it was my first love. One of my first loves. Because of Tri-Attack. I thought the Tri-Attack animation was so cool. I'm pretty sure I brought it to the Elite Four, if I'm not wrong. Tri-Attack was such a cool animation where it blasted the guy that I was like, okay, this is insane. In all my playthroughs of Leaf Green when I was young, I would always just speedrun, reach a Safari Zone, get a Doduo, get a Dotrio, and just Tri-Attack, Drill Peck. Insane. I loved it a lot. Seal and Dugong. Okay, Seal goes to the average, Dugong goes to the amazing though. I don't think it was on my Elite Four team on my first playthrough, but I recall vividly, I tried using it once and I was like, wow, this Pokemon's pretty cool, very powerful. And yeah, I recall putting it on an Elite Four team. I just don't think it's in my first playthrough. Because by the time you get it, it's like Seafoam Islands, right? It's quite late already. You're going to. Oh no! The memory just came back. The three islands, right? Island 1, Island 2, Island 3. I sweeped it with Dugong. Yeah, I remember that. It has to go with amazing. Dugong. Actually, no, it goes to the favorites. Just because of that. I decimate the 3 islands with Dugong. And yet again, like Mount Moon, I did not know how to leave the 3 islands. I did not know about the quest line. Young me didn't like to read. But I didn't know about the quest line. So I just went around destroying people with Dugong. I'm gonna put it in S. Yep, pretty good. Alright, apart from the memes of, Muck going backwards and Grimer. Grimer goes to man, Muck goes to average. I had no opinions of these two. I saw them for the first time, I was like, nah, ain't no way. Shelder Cloyster. I'm putting him amazing. Yet again, the shell looks okay. Memes aside, the shell looks pretty cool. And I liked how it looked like. So my mom bought me those Pokemon figurines back in the day. My very first one was Cloyster. So I think that has to evolve something, goes to the amazing. Next up we have the Gengar evolution line. So Ghastly and Haunter, I think they both go into pretty good. I like the whole ghost design, very nice. Yeah, I think I used Haunter, if I'm not wrong. But for Gengar, it goes to S. I use it in almost every single ROM hack I play. I love Gengar a lot. The only reason I didn't use it was because it's a trait evolution. Now mentally thinking about it, it's just this fast ghost using Shadow Ball and just destroying everything. Insane. I love Gengar a lot. I love his design. I love that it's just a fast sweeper, just like Alakazam. Very nice. I love Gengar a lot. Onyx. Onyx was one of my first loves as well because of Steelix, not so much of Onyx. Because of the Jasmine episode. When Jasmine sent out Steelix and destroyed Ash, kind of. It was pretty cool. But I usually got Onyx to evolve into Steelix in the later games. I didn't really use Onyx in the first game. But I'll still put it in pretty good. Just because I love Steelix and I always got Onyx because of that in the later games. Hypno and is that Drowsy? I think that's his name. They are my first psychic types if I'm not wrong, apart from Abra. One of my first. I'm pretty sure I had Hypno on one of my final Elite Four teams. But pretty cool. I remember that I would get Drowsy and then just use it, and one day evolve into Hypno, and I was like, wow, okay, that's insane. Just use Psychic and destroy things. Insane. I loved it a lot. Next up, we have Krabby and Kingler. Yet again, both of them are crabs, and I do like crabs a lot. I like how they look like. So I tried to use it, but I don't think I kept it for long. I'm pretty sure I benched them real quick. But they look like crabs. Every time my parents brought me to the supermarket, I would go to the live crabs and just look at them. I like crabs a lot. So, yeah, I did try to use them. I didn't really like it, actually, in the end. So, they got benched real quick, but it is what it is, Next up, we have Electro and Voltro. I think they both go into average. I didn't really use them too much. Not much opinions on them. I just remember, like, clicking on the Pokeball and then them attacking you. Yeah, so not too good memories, but it is what it is. Put them in average. Okay, Execute and Executor. Okay, Executor goes to amazing. Just because I didn't use it back then. I thought it looked really dumb back in the day. But nowadays, if you look at it, to me, when I play or when I use it in ROM hacks, I use it as like the unkillable grass tank with like Leech Seed, Synthesis, Giga Drain, just constant healing, very powerful. I like it a lot. It's one of my favorite Pokemons of recent, not really of past, of old. But I like it a lot. And I think the Alolan Executor looks really, really funny. So yeah. Cubone, Marowak. Put them both in pretty good. I like the design a lot, but more than that, I remember specifically for Marowak, after you release its ghost or reveal it to be the ghost in Lavender Town, I was like, this has to be an insane Pokemon. It has to be insane. There's no way they built all this build up for me to go on a quest line to get the Silph Scope and reveal it and not be insane. So I used it. It's not as insane as I thought it was, but I used it. It was nice. And I like the design. So yeah, pretty good. Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan goes to pretty... Actually, they both go to pretty good. No, I'm pretty sure I used Hitmonlee more than Hitmonchan. Hitmonlee was my favorite. Hitmonchan I haven't really used until like recently. But Hitmonlee, like it a lot. I don't know why. There's something about kicking. Very cool. I liked it a lot. I used to do Ushu, and these two guys were like the fighting guys, right? So I was like, wow, just like me for real. Yeah. Alright. Leaky Tongue. It's going straight to C. I don't like it. It looks so jank. Wheezing and Coffin. I'm gonna put Wheezing here, but Coffin goes up to pretty good. Back in the day, I didn't like it at all. It looked disgusting, it's weird. I think an explosion or something. But nowadays, I like Coffin a lot just because of neutralizing gas. It just nullifies all abilities. I love Coffin. Very cool Pokemon. Yeah, this or I think the Galarian form. I love them both. Very cool. I like Coffin a lot. And yeah, just because of the ability. I use it a lot now. I'll say that. Rhydon, Rhyperior. Rhyhorn, Rhydon, not Rhyperior. Rhyperior doesn't exist yet. I like them both actually. I'm pretty sure I used them because I thought they looked like a dinosaur. So I'll put it like this. Very cool. I like them a lot. I think he has Lightning Rod, right? Very cool. I still like Rhyperior the most among them though. Rhyperior, the introduction of Rhyperior made my brain go like, wow, this dinosaur looking thing can go even further. Wow. One of my favorite Pokemons of all time. Has to be A. Chansey. Not much memory of this, probably average. I think it's Nurse Joy's Pokemon, right? That's how I can remember it from the anime. Tangela, meh. Absolutely no opinion. Like, even when it evolves, nah, no opinion of it. Kangaskhan, my all-time favorite S-tier Pokemon. Of course, it's Mega Evolution, it's like Omega Cancer. But I always like how the design looks like. It looks very cool. I like it a lot. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. Just, like, this is just off design alone and use. And nowadays, of course, if I play a ROM hack with Mega Evolution, I try to get Kangaskhan. I love it a lot. Parental Bond's an insane ability. But even regularly, I just like it. It's like Scrappy or something, right? Yeah, I like it a lot. Very nice. It's Fake Out. Yeah. Horsey and Kingdra, I think that's what it's called. They both go... I mean, the evolved form, I think is... No, that's the Seadra. Kingdra, I used a bit. These two, not much of an impression, goes to average. Goldeen and Sea King, also average. I didn't really use them much. Not much of an impression. Only recently, I think I found that Sea King has Lightning Rod or something. But I still don't use him. I don't really like it. Okay, Now we have Star You and Star Me. I'll put him like this. Star Me gave me nightmares from Misty. I think that has to be worth something. I like his design, it's pretty cool. Pokemon TCG Pocket, the first meta, I was the Star Me deck user. I was Star Me deck user. So, putting it pretty good. Fond memories of it in the game. And yeah, Misty was a nightmare. I remember, you just recover, very scary. Didn't like it. Mr. Mime, average, didn't use it much. Alright, Scyther goes straight into S tier. Scyther, oh wait, it's not Scyther, Scizor? Scyther. Scizor is his evolution. I love Scizor a lot. It's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. But Scyther, the pre-evolution, it looked insane. It's so cool. And I remember in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, you could only get it on like the bug catching days, which was like a Friday if I'm not wrong. And I would farm it until I get it. One of my favorite Pokemon. It looks insane. I love this design. A bit too green, somewhat a bit too green, but I love it. Scizor is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Cleavor looks cool. Too bad it's kind of bad, but I love Scizor. Scyther. I love Scyther. Insane. I love his design. I love everything about it. Has to be S tier. Alright, next up we have Jinx. Straight to D tier. I do not like it at all. I think it looks horrific. I genuinely don't like it. Such a weird Pokemon. Not my thing. Really not my thing. The only reason it is in D and Mr. Mime is in C is because Mr. Mime has an impression on me that he can use Reflect on Light Screen. I'm not saying that Jinx is useless, but his design is, oh gosh, I don't like it at all. Straight to D. And next we have Electabuzz and Magma, which goes to pretty good. I always thought these two were really cool Pokemon, but when they introduced Electivire and Magmortar, I'm like, okay, it just went up one whole level. I love it. 10 out of 10. Yeah, pretty good. Not much impression. I don't think I used it too much. Even nowadays, I don't really use Magmortar and Electivire, but I still think they look really cool. Alright, Pinsir, one of my favorite looking Pokemon of all time. Like I said just now, right, Stag Beetles. I love Stag Beetles a lot. And Pinsir looks like one of them. So Pinsir was definitely one of my favorite Pokemon. Insane. Looks insane. I like it. Incredible. One of my favorites. I can't stop repeating that. It is one of my favorites. 10 out of 10. Taurus. Taurus I used because my constellation is a Taurus, if I'm not wrong. So, yeah. Because of that, I was like, wow, it's following, my constellation thingy, so I'm gonna use it. Didn't like it too much. So I guess it just goes to amazing. When they introduced it in Paldea again, the black color one, I used that quite a bit, but original Taurus I didn't really use too much. Magikarp, S tier. Gyarados, D, meh. Nah, I'm kidding. It's going up. I think they both get S tier. Because Magikarp and Gyarados is like yin and yang, One cannot exist without the other. You have to get through the grind of getting Magikarp to level 20 before you can reap the rewards of getting the beast known as Gyarados. Just because of that, it has to go to S. I would not have it any other way than to go through the grind of a Magikarp, enduring the pain of splashing and maybe tackling, before finally getting the beast, which is Gyarados. And Gyarados, self-explanatory wise in S tier, I think. I use it till today. In every ROM hack I play, I see a Magikarp, I catch it, evolve into Gyarados. Pretty good. I love the Pokemon. I love Mega Gyarados too. Yeah. Design is insane. Lapras goes to S tier too. I remember my cousins, we all kind of like Lapras a lot. Looks very cool. Yeah, that Ice Beam and whatever. I like it a lot. Everyone liked it too. One of my favorites. It was in the Safari Zone if I remember correctly. And finally when I got it, I was really happy. So, S tier. Ditto. Well, put him... Ditto has to go in S, just because in recent games, I use Ditto solely for breeding. And of course, Ditto... You can't really do competitive breeding without Ditto. But I don't really use him for the transform tech or imposter ability. I use him usually for breeding, but that has to be worth something. If Ditto single-handedly gave me an entire team, or multiple teams, has to be S. Eevee, the iconic one, I'll put him S too. Alright, did you know? Yeah, it's going to A. I think all the evolutions go into A. Like I don't think I really used the evolutions back in I used Flareon. I remember that. Flare maybe goes to S because I used it. The Vaporeon, Mr. Did You Know and Jolteon, I didn't really use them much. So that I don't really have too strong opinions on them, but nowadays in the newer games, when I get a chance to use them, I do use them. Pretty cool. I like them quite a bit. Porygon S tier. One of my favorites as well, because it was in my head I was like, this data Pokemon, very cool, beep and bop. And of course it's a Porygon episode that gave people like seizures, right? And it's a very cool Pokemon. I like it a lot. I like his design. And yeah, and like Porygon 2 I think is like insane competitive Pokemon, right? Yeah. I like Porygon a lot, S tier. Okay, the fossil Pokemon. I think they all go to S. Okay, no. Aerodactyl goes to S. I'll say that. Kabutops goes to S because it was my first fossil Pokemon. I liked it a lot. I don't remember where I put Raichu. I think I put it here. Oh no, I put it here. Okay. Yeah, Kabutops goes to S. Omastar goes to A. And all the pre-evolutions goes to B. Because you don't use them. Omastar looks cute though. You use them to evolve them, right? Kabutops was my favorite fossil Pokemon. It was the second Pokemon figure I ever got in my life. It was my favorite until I found out about Aerodactyl, a literal dragon. And I was like, yep, that's my favorite fossil Pokemon now. It's as simple as that. As a kid, I was a simple kid. Until today, I still like Aerodactyl's design. Insane. When I can't remember which it was. I think Pokemon TCG Pocket, when the secluded spring, no, not secluded spring, the second map, the Celebi one, when they introduced Aerodactyl EX. I did play that deck a lot because Aerodactyl. I still like it. It's a dragon. It looks like a dinosaur dragon. I love it. Very cool S tier. A lot of Kabutops. Kabutops, I'm not trying to undersell Kabutops here, but I really love the design. I can't remember what I thought in my mind. Actually, now on second thought, Omastar has to go to S tier. They all look so cool. I love all the fossil Pokemon. Even like the next gen where you have like Amaranth and Cradily, right? Very cool. I love fossil Pokemon. 10 out of 10. Snorlax. I was not one of the Snorlax users, but I'll put it in amazing because I did catch it. I used it a bit, but I didn't really like it. Okay, the trio. So, I'll give you the first piece of lore here. Okay, all of them are going to pretty good. It's not going past pretty good. I did not use them. I killed them all. I destroyed them all. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, I destroyed all of them. I went into the cave, at least for Articuno. I saw there was a bird. I attacked it, and I was like, this is a boss battle. It has to go down. I destroyed it. When HP dropped to 0, it died. That's it. On to the next one. Finding Zapdos in the power plant. Same thing. Has to be a boss battle. You lose now. You die. Boom. You died. That's it. Instantly, Zapdos just poofed. It was gone. Same thing in Moltres and the island. It did not survive. Yeah. Unfortunate, never used them. Newer games now, I do use them sometimes. If I do like a randomized ROM, if I get, of course I'm gonna use Articuno. Yeah, not gonna randomize into Articuno and not use it, right? But I don't really use them per se. I prefer the Galarian counterparts, but iconic. I like it a lot. Pretty good. If you're wondering which tree is my favorite, Articuno is my favorite. Also because of TCG Pocket. Haha. Alright. Controversial take now. Dratini and Dragonite goes to average. Again, you get them for Dragonite. Dragonite obviously goes to S. So, I'm going to say it right now. Dragonite's Mega looks horrific. I don't like Dragonite's Mega. Okay, not horrific. I'll give it like a 6 out of 10. So I played a ROM hack called Elite Redux, right? And I don't know if I can show it here. I don't know if there is. But if you look at this design, this here. This was what I envisioned Mega Dragonite to look like. In my mind, this is what I thought Mega Dragonite would look like. Like, it looks so cool, it transcended. Go destroy everything. I thought it would look something like that. Instead, you get biblically accurate Dragonite. What? when I saw it for the first time, I was like, okay, interesting. It looks weird. I'm not gonna say it looks bad. I won't say it looks bad. It's not my thing. I'm not gonna say it looks bad, but I say it can look better. Not a fan of Mega Dragonite. But Dragonite itself, insane. And the fact that it has a resurgence in Pokemon, in competitive Pokemon because of terrestrialization is insane. The paranormal extreme speed, and then now there's a dragon scale set. Yeah, I like Dragonite a lot. S tier. Finally, the last two, the legendary Pokemons or mythicals. Either way, Mewtwo, I'm putting it in S. Mew goes in A. I like Mew because it can learn any move. But Mewtwo, because I used Mega Mewtwo Y, if I'm not wrong, in Pokemon Y, and I like Mewtwo a lot. Very cool. I watched the Pokemon movies, the Mewtwo movie, very, very cool, and Mewtwo like goes berserk and destroys everything. Like Mewtwo a lot. Design-wise, very cool. And yeah, that's about it. So here's the full tier list. Here you go. I think I was pretty fair, you know. Yet again, the criteria, very shaky. I don't really have a criteria, because if I ranked everything according to like design, then, you know, cuteness is objective. But yeah, I liked it a lot. I think it's pretty fair. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do the other generations soon. Just that I'm starting off with Gen 1. Of course, we'll go to Gen 2 next. Can't wait for that. Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of things to say about Diamond and Pearl 1. But for now, here's Gen 1. That being said, thank you all for watching. If y'all like the video, please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It really helps a lot. I'm learning, okay? I'm really trying to do the non-scripted videos. I do like it. I do enjoy it, but it's really not easy for me. So I'm going to keep on trying. Anyways, thank you all for watching once again, and hope you all have a great day ahead. Thank you for watching.